Everyone is so good here tonight. I'm just so impressed. And I'm always a little confused in front of a microphone. So it's not my age. I've always been like this. I once read for an hour into something that wasn't a microphone, but was a reading light. And everyone was very polite, but no one could hear. But I hope this is working and that you can hear, because I'm neither tall nor short, so I hope this works. Okay, this novel is both a love story and a ghost story, and the part that I'm going to read from is when the protagonist, whose name is Finn, is called. He's visiting his brother in New York, and he's called back home to, he's called back home by the head of his ex-girlfriend's book club. And she says, you gotta come home. It's about Lily, who's his ex-girlfriend, ex-ish, but he's still in love with her. So that's where we are. He's coming to Sigrid's house. Sigrid is the head of the book club. And Finn is not very fond of book clubs. Okay. He knocked on the door and rang the bell, both. One obeys one's doom. Thank you for coming, Sigrid said, closing the door behind him. He left his coat on. She hadn't offered to take it. I almost missed the house, he said. Didn't you used to have a big tree out front? It got old, she said, and then there was a storm. What has happened? He asked now, getting to the point. You may want to sit down, said Sigrid. Oh my God. He sank down on the couch, his coat still on. The room, the white built-in bookcases, the hardcover books, the Mexican art, the new Mexican art, the one Picasso print whose black lines matched the wrought iron railing on the staircase in the corner, the furniture in shades called Dawn and Pete, like one's very own friends from elementary school. He had once thought such a jacked-up, bespoke, loving home would have cured everything, but he and Lily would only have brought their own difficult and undissected unhappiness into every room. The ladies of the club met here each Tuesday night. He now sensed hate and witchiness and emptiness, not his own or even theirs, but that of the universe, which had somehow gotten in and was swirling around. It shone around the absent ladies in whatever the opposite of a halo was, even though the ladies of the club had not yet arrived. The group is not coming tonight, said Sigrid. Okay, he said. Lily has finally done it, Sigrid said. Oh my God, Finn babbled again. He dropped his face into his hands. She had taken a turn, Sigrid said, and was not doing well. Finn pulled his hands away. He knew Lily like the backs of them. That is, he never looked closely, too busy reading his own palm. But he had loved her always in that necessary, twisted, hurting way. The actual end of her, though he had imagined it, he hadn't actually imagined thoroughly. How, he said. His tears became icicles now frozen mid-drip. As I said Sigrid, she was not doing well. Why wasn't she in the hospital? She was, said Sigrid. Jack took her there, but once she was there, she refused to have visitors. But how did she get out? She didn't. The doctors wouldn't allow it. Finn didn't know why this had been turned into a guessing game. It caused him to stand, his coat still on. She jumped from the roof, he said. No, said Sigrid. He pulled his coat tightly around him. She seduced the doctor in order to get his belt. He wasn't sure he actually said this aloud. Perhaps he did. For years he had cleared her closets when she had accumulated too many belts, their buckles like the stark hissing mouths of snakes. So how could she die? There was a long silence. He sat back down. How could she have died in there? They watch you like hawks, he said. They take away everything, any accessory to death. There aren't even curtains, not a shoelace or an earring or a hoodie string. Perhaps she hadn't died. She had staged it somehow to escape. He would find her. She would know that. She would know how to do that. And this was the signal that she was counting on him to find her. Sigrid cleared her throat. The shower, she said. But they don't allow you to have anything in the shower, said Finn. Soap on a rope? I don't think so. And there's always a guard at the door. She wanted to die, said Sigrid. Yes. The guard can only do so much, continued Sigrid. They often have their backs turned out of a sense of privacy. What do you mean? Asked Finn. Lily wanted very badly to die. How well he had understood this through the years. Very little on God's earth could entice Lily into wanting for long to stay on it. Even dressed as a clown as she cheered on others to embrace life with laughter. She had wanted to die. Her doctors were useless, Finn said. They all should have been set on fire in a public square. Statements such as this were why Finn had no friends who were doctors.